so very much. And I very proudly wear my red name badge. I missed the first session, but I've been a member since the second meeting, I think. And you know what? I thought I wouldn't be nervous tonight. In March, I was nervous. And I thought, oh, I'm not going to be so nervous, but I'll sit there standing there and, yeah, well, a little bit. But I don't know how to tell you how much this means to DASC, but I think from speaking for almost the 200 nominated charities, do you have any idea how many ticket sales and how many volunteer hours and how many staff hours would go into trying to raise $17,500? It's amazing. So for 5 minutes, to have that kind of return on investment, you ladies are awesome. So good evening, 100 Women who Care. It is with such gratitude and appreciation that I return to say thank you for choosing DASC as your charity of choice in March. We're $17,500 in a better place. And my sincere appreciation to the other two presenters in March, Brigadoon and the Epilepsy Association of Nova Scotia. I do hope that you get to hear from them again because they do incredible work as well. It's always difficult in these situations because, you know, one person feels like they won and people feel like they lost. But the lovely thing about 100 Women Who Care is that if you are chosen, you get to come back again. So that's lovely. For some of the new members here tonight, to this fabulous group of ladies, DASC is a social enterprise. And any information or support I can give, find me later. We're a vocational and employment agency for persons with an intellectual disability. We operate business ventures that are the vehicles by which we attain our mission. And we developing the full potential of persons we serve so that they can be fully active, participating citizens. During the networking, I had the opportunity to meet with a lady who works this hour's 22 minutes, and we make their buttons. And I got to tell her about how excited our clients are every time we're making those buttons. And we also, every time they watched it at night and come to work the next day, it's like, can we make more buttons? and for 22 women. But the other nice thing that happens about some of the work at DASC is, you know, we love it when there's an election because we make buttons for the election. We make buttons when, you know, unrest and there's strikes and all this kind of stuff. But one of the nice things is one of our clients at the last election, somebody came campaigning to their door. And they had a button on. And the client said, yeah, we didn't make that button. I'm not voting for you. So isn't that great? It's just, you know, we get to do some awesome stuff. Last time I spoke about the new facility and the $4.3 million capital campaign that was so successful. It was the first time DASC ever did a capital campaign. So I'm just going to take a minute to expand on that for a moment. It began with a parent's bequeath to us for $300,000. And this lady, I was at DASC 18 years ago, and the first 2 weeks that I was at the job, she came in and told me, you're not doing things right. So you need to fix them, I'm going to tell you how. And I was like, oh my goodness. So we sat down and we listened and we talked and, you know, went to the first board meeting and they said, oh, Kathy. So this particular lady is the most amazing, amazing champion for her daughter. But she also wants a lot. And sometimes it's a struggle about what we can do. And I said, oh, then I want to know that lady really well, because that's what we need to know. We need to know what we need to do better. We need to know how to do it better. And I think that there was nobody more shocked than I when she left us $300,000. And so we knew that we had to make sure that that money was really well used. So it became the foundation for our capital campaign. And then HRM came on board. We have an amazing HRM. They gave us the land for less than market value, the first time ever in the industrial park. So we paid $50,000 for land that was valued at $338,000. Now, mind you, I told them I only want to spend $1. So, really, they've given us back 3 times over because we pay conversion on taxes. So our taxes this year in the new building should have been $98,000. It cost us $15,000 because they gave us a conversion from commercial to residential and then an exemption down. So yay for HRM. So next came the federal government, and they gave us $2.3 million through a fund called the Enabling Accessibility Fund. And when the call for proposals first came out, and I said I was going to well, give it a try. Everybody told us, you're not going to get it, forget it, it's a national thing, you won't get it. And I said, well, we need to try. Well, there is somewhere between, some people say 300, some people say 400. As I get older, there'll be 1,000 applications for this fund. But I think it's somewhere between 300 and 400 applications. Only 5 were funded, and we were the only one east of Montreal that got funded. We got $2.3 million. And then the province came in. Well, we asked them 3 times. And then on the 3rd time, they gave us $500,000. And the rest of the money came from family and friends, the business and corporate community, and foundations. So it's been a phenomenal journey. So in March, when I came and talked to you guys, we had about $50,000 left to reach the goal. And with your help, we're that much closer. Throughout the campaign, though, we consistently said that we needed to be debt-free, so that going forward, all of our resources went in support of the clients that we serve. We're managing just that. It's great. With a budget of $2.6 million this year, 3% of that goes to administration, 6% goes to facility costs, and a completely barrier-free 26,600 square foot building. An amazing architect, an amazing construction company, an amazing group of people that monitored everything so that this building that we have, to have 2.6 million and only 6% go to facility, it's almost unheard of. And so that means that 91% of all of the funds and all of the revenue that's generated at DASC is in direct support to the clients and to our programs. We work with 182 people right now, and that's amazing. The only part that's sad is that right now we have 38 people on an active wait list, and then we have 62 applications that are in process. Now, we might not get all 62 applications back, but it's looking pretty strongly that we will. So that will mean 100 people, 100 families in crises in Dartmouth that need to have service. That's really sad, and so that's why we still work, because it needs to be better. So it does say that the need for service far outweighs what currently exists in Dartmouth. And families are experiencing much too much stress and frustration with our lack of available options. What is starting to really make me afraid is that we have people who are moving to Dartmouth just for the services that DASC provides, because we're one of the only programs in this province that does the entire range of services, from people transitioning from school that have very complex needs to providing community employment opportunities that to people just need some job coaching. So everything in between is what DASC provides, including recreation and leisure and services for people who are aging. As I said last time in March, we need to be creative and innovative in finding opportunities for people. So where is your financial support really going to go? Clients and programs, absolutely. The new initiative that I spoke about last time is now been approved. And so we'll be working with the Halifax International Airport Authority, and it's in the beginning stages. And so these funds will be instrumental in leveraging the other monies to get the new social enterprise started. Here's what we got now. Because we have that money, then there is a dealership that is working with DASC that will provide, not a free van, but I'm not finished with them yet. But there'll be something. It also provides leverages for us to go to a special fund through economic development for social enterprise. I'll tell you about that after. So $17,500 has potential to leverage up to $30,000. That's awesome. And so all the startup costs will be covered. We'll have a job coach on staff, another job coach, and 4 to 5 persons in the first phase with an intellectual disability will be working in this entire new venture. So that means that we've got more people being served, and being served at the Halifax Airport Authority, so it's more about inclusion and people being in a different space, which is great. And if you have the option to look at the airport magazine, in the SOAR magazine, I think it's on page 61, but there's a beautiful article about DASC and the partnership that we have with the Airport Authority. And this is just the beginning. So this is phase 1 of what we're going to do, and we have a phase 2 plan as well, which will be about the Airport Authority independently hiring some of our clients to do internal mail messenger system services, to work on baggage cart maintenance, and a few other things around the airport that we're still developing. So the Airport Authority has phenomenal staff who are so supportive around developing social enterprise and supporting people with disability. We have a lovely airport as well. So I think that DASC is really successful, but it's successful because our mission is clear, and it's also successful because we say in our mission statement, it's in association with our community. That's what you guys have done. So we're so glad that you demonstrated that support for your community so well. Thank you so very much. I see they came back with a thing. Good luck to the three presenters. I know exactly how you feel at this point. Thank you so much.